and welcome to me decorating my graduation cap for my graduation this Friday. And this is kind of exciting because in the past our school didn't allow us to decorate our graduation caps, and basically to compensate for the entire, world ending, our school has allowed us to decorate our graduation caps. So it was really daunting coming up with an idea and a plan of what I wanted to do, but I did want to kind of I'm talking here. I did want to kind of share it with you, and I can't, my knees. So I just want to record the progress of me making my cap all beautiful. And yeah, that's basically it. So some of the supplies I have are a big cardboard thing, and this is so I don't get paint on the table. I probably shouldn't be wearing a white sweater, but that's okay. And let's see, I have my cap, of course. I have some blue paint that I'm going to be using to do a base coat. I have these stickers that I bought from Michael's, and they're basically like to border the graduation cap. I will have to cut them though, because it doesn't look like they're all gonna fit. Then I got some stickers because I'm putting a quote onto my cap, as well as some flowers. I have some purple ones and then some blue ones to kind of accent the whole thing. I have a eraser and a pencil to draw anything that I need to draw, and then a paper cutter, as well as a piece of paper in order to actually make things. Basically, we're gonna move all this other stuff aside. So I'm going to be measuring the cap, basically, and seeing how much. I know I want a tiny bit of a border because I don't want anything like jutting over the edges like this, because that'll look weird. So I'm leaving a tiny bit of a border here, and I want to make sure it's even on all four sides, but I'm just gonna eyeball it because that's the best way to do things. So this was actually my second time measuring this out. As you can see, the first fill attempt is in the bottom right corner, but basically what instead I had to do was take that circle tool, find a circle that fit over the little button, and then measure to find the exact center, because that was the problem last time, is I didn't find the exact center. Okay, so I finally created a size that actually fit my cap, and that basically has mostly even edges. It's not perfect, but if it was perfect, it just wouldn't, I would be here for a while. So I gotta get this off without ruining it. There we go. And now, yeah, because as you saw, I totally butchered the other measurements, but now is the fun part, I pretend. And that is the time to paint. Oh, love my autofocus. It always, it's just so good to me. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna put some paint on this with this ghetto paintbrush, because we don't have paintbrushes for whatever reason, so. Oh my gosh, and I have an X-Acto knife to be able to up this paint. And now we paint, I think. So, there we go. Okay. Zoom this camera in. Oh, it kind of looks like a smiley face. Aw. That was the wrong side of the paintbrush. Trying to just apply this paint. And yeah, I'm gonna time lapse this because it's just, me painting a square. so I've painted the base thingy on the square thingy, and now I'm just gonna like push that out of the way and start ripping up some flowers. So yeah. Okay, so what I've done so far is paint the little square cutout of the cap, and I think that's still drying, so I'm not gonna mess with it, but lucky for me, I did mess up on one of these squares that I had cut out because the circle was not in the center, but that means I can use this to basically use my flowers and arrange them kind of how I want, and then figure out where I'm going from there, because I am putting a quote on it. And the quote I'm going to be using is, "Failure is just a few seconds away from success." But I also have these pearl thingy-majiggers that are gonna go around the edges of the cap. So I need to make sure that I have enough room. So that is everything I'm battling right now. Also, I'm so sorry if like some of these clips are completely out of focus and crap, because my camera is having temperamental issues with focusing. So that's fun. But these are the flowers that I chose, and basically the backstory on them is backstory. So I was shopping in Michael's, and no, the color scheme is inspired by my favorite book series, Ranger's Apprentice. It's inspired by the first book. It has blues, but then I needed something to kind of like complement it as well, so I chose purple because purple is my second favorite color. Now came the fun part, which was arranging the flowers on my actual cap. I did have to trim down the blue flower stems a little bit more for they would lay more flat, but basically I had looked up a couple ideas and such on YouTube and Pinterest, but I really like the idea of bordering half of my cap with the flowers and then adding quote to the bottom half. Now right here, I'm actually cutting out the letters in order to arrange them. So I did leave like a square border around it because I wasn't gonna go crazy trying to cut out these, but by cutting them out, I made sure that I had the correct amount of letters, and B, I was able to make sure that they would fit and actually see what it would look like. Now originally, I did the quote where it was facing me when I was making it, but a little while later I realized that this is my graduation cap and it's not a square, it's technically a diamond. So then I had to rotate all the letters, which wasn't too much of a hassle, and it fit way better because I would have to put pearls around the edge. So I just kept all those different things in account while I was actually creating this. very ghetto way to try to line up my letters to be straight. I basically taped down my ruler and kind of eyeballed it, but I wasn't looking for the letters to be perfectly straight. I just needed them to be straight, like to each other. So I would line up the ruler with the top of the word success, and then I would scoot it up, align the letters, and then scoot it up to where then it lined up with away from, and then so on and so forth. Pretty ghetto with the taped ruler, but it worked, and that's all I needed. Right here quickly, I just sort of did some quick hot glue work. I put dots underneath every couple of petals on the purple to get them down and for they wouldn't move. And then I went back and added more hot glue for them to stay. And then I kind of glued down every single petal of the blue one as well to make sure they were all arranged how I wanted them. It's pretty basic, but I'm a sissy when it comes to hot glue, so you can see me rapidly tapping my finger over and over and over again. Okay, so I've completed it up to here, and I'm super happy with how it's looking. Now I just gotta kind of shimmy it where it actually goes over the little button in the middle here. Hopefully it will. I think I just have to like manually smush it down around each edge here. There we go. And I left this flap of the flower so it kind of covers it, but where I can still get my tassel on there. And oh, I just love how it turned out. But I'm not done because I still do have these lovely things, and I've got to hot glue it down to the actual cap, which is stressful because it's like once I glue it, it's like it's on there, you know? So you just get some of the hot glue spider webs off of here. The most important part that I ironically did not check is the direction of what you're gluing onto your cap. I was so lucky that I glued it on correctly because I did not check the direction, but it's very, very, very important that you make sure that the direction is correct. Fun part, which was putting on the pearls. And this, let me tell you, any design that you do on a cap, I guarantee it will look better if you add like these pearls or gems. Like just adding that little bit of a border just brought the whole thing together. thing that I did to my graduation cap. I don't have a face outro, so I'm just gonna say goodbye here. If you like this video, please do give it a like, comment down below. Let me know if you graduated this year and if you were allowed to decorate your graduation cap. It was something that we weren't previously allowed to do, and us seniors were actually trying to advocate to be able to, but then with the whole pandemic situation, we ended up being allowed to decorate them, thankfully. And please do consider subscribing if you want to see more creative content such as bullet journal videos and speed art, bookish content such as book vlogs and book talks, and etc., which is whatever the heck we feel like posting at the time. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys! I am sad and so